But yo, look, we know. So it is the Hall of Fame game, but as a part of the Hall of Fame game, they're there at the Hall of Fame, at the actual Hall of Fame, and at that stadium to honor the 2020 the new inductees. Shout out to the Hall of Famers. We got Tony Baselli, the Jaguars great, Cliff Branch, Mr. Go Deep himself for the Raiders, Dick Vermeil, who finally got his chip, Mr. Emotional, that was my guy, and he did it with Mr. Kurt Warner, Leroy Butler, one of those first big safeties that would come from the safety position and be just like a linebacker right on that line, Sam Mills, one of the greatest linebackers, but since his size is very underrated, Mr. Richard Seymour of the Patriots and of the Raiders, Bryant Young of the 49ers, and Mr. Art McNally, a contributor to the game. Kyle, I'm coming to you first.
Yeah, man.
Who jumps off the page? Who is the one that you're looking at? That
Leroy Butler, 100%. Do you know why Leroy Butler? Do you know what ended his career?
No, why?
Do you know why? His career ended tackling an Atlanta Falcons running back, Marquise. I forgot his last name, but that's what stopped Mr. Butler.
Oh, okay. So that's why you got the connection.
Yeah. He hit a wall.
Yeah. He hit that Falcon, so he couldn't do it anymore. I get it. Oh, I absolutely get it. And, hey, I'm coming to you, Dylan, man. I know these guys are all before your time, but you're a historian. You love this game. Who do you like on this list?
I'll say Tony Baselli, he's the first ever Jaguars pick when they came in, and now he's the first ever Jaguars Hall of Famer, finally. So now that leaves only the Texans without a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And no, they got like Keenan McCardell, Jimmy Smith that could make it, MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew. So they got players coming
Andre
up.
Johnson in.
I wonder if MJD, did he have enough years under his belt to?
I think he did. Cause he had a couple years where he was just so dominant.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many it was because that was like just before my time. I think it was like 2006, 2010. He was amazing.
I remember when Maurice Jones-Drew was good.
Yeah, I mean he was always a top running back in the league. It's interesting. It's interesting to see. But yeah, no, I get that. Tony Baselli, yeah, he definitely was a pillar in that offensive line. Andrew, I'm coming to you next. There's many guys on this list, and we know you being a Buccaneer, we know your quarterback. He's got some familiar names on this list. Seymour, he's played a lot with Brady. We got a Steelers fan next to you. I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
Like this guy that's puking right now.
Oh yeah.
I feel that way about the Buccaneers too. It's okay.
This guy's currently got 3 starting quarterbacks that Calatrava could take his job, and he wants to start puking at my team. Like, what's he talking about?
Bang bang.
Calatrava.
Hold on. Just wait. Did you guys just hear that? Oh, wait. The Bucs just signed 5 more wide receivers that are going to sit on the bench.
Dang right.
And they're all going to get injured before week 3.
Julio.
Which is quite possible, but we still signed them. We sell some jerseys.
Let's go.
I'm a Richard Seymour
trying
fan.
to find Ryan Jensen somewhere. Where is he?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he gone.
This season is back, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let me try and get my hand to be the size of Kenny Pickett's here real quick. Let's try and
Kenny Pickett can throw more than 20 yards.
Wow.
I mean, Najee Harris is going to be the backbone of that offense, and we all cannot sit here and even try to make fun of Najee Harris.
Have you seen George Pickens?
Buddy,
yeah,
we've seen George Pickens.
And he's going to start a fight before week 2.
Hey, Colin, you know what I did here, though? Or actually, I saw? I forecasted it. You ready? Oh, my God. Steelers finished behind the Browns, even without Deshaun Watson.
Oh,
Very
going on?
The Falcons are revving up the tank so loud you mistake them for the German
That's
army.
okay.
That's how bad.
I know that. You're not.
Wait, time out. Bro, Andrew, tell us.
Where are we?
Tell us, man, who stands out on this list? They're all studs, obviously, but who strikes your attention? Who gets your attention?
I mean, obviously it's Richard Seymour. It's not just because of the whole, Brady aspect, but Kind of off of this is a little bit of a shot to the Hall of Fame committee for not having Mr. Rondé Barber on the list.
Who's that?
Just saying.
The
That's just
Bucks.
me as a bit of a biased Buccaneers fan myself, obviously. But yeah, no, Richard Seymour, guy that literally, they were talking about it on the TV there not too long ago. 1 sack in college and goes on to have the incredible career that he had there with the New England Patriots. What an incredible stat line that you could have asked for. So I would go with Richard Seymour for sure.
Absolutely. And I know one of the things they said, Belichick said, was he was one of the most coachable players. Mm-hmm. I mean, and that's a lesson to all y'all kids. Kids, all right, be coachable, all right. Be coachable, unless you're a Steeler. So coming to my Steeler.
I don't know one Steeler player that was ever coachable.
Not the receiver.
6 Super Bowls.
Coming to wow.
All before you were born, except for one.
I got 0.
2 of them. I was born for 2 of them, dude.
0.
All right, yo, Colin, who's on this list? Who jumps out at you on this list, man?
He was the coach of the St. Louis Rams. I remember that he was the coach way before my time, but I remember that watching I used to watch old football games on YouTube when I'm sitting in class, not doing anything. I watch old football games on YouTube, and watching him coach those St. Louis Rams teams, and those teams were amazing because I think he coached the Greatest Show on Turf, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was the Greatest Show on Turf coach, and the Greatest Show on Turf was one of the most electrifying teams you could watch. And they still only won 1 Super Bowl because somebody stopped him. Let me look in the right way. No, this way. Brady stopped them. That's bad. Bad Tom Brady. No.
How many times has he done that to people?
Hey,
Tom Brady.
Let's all be 100% clear here. I was one of those Brady haters until he blessed my
He's lying. He honestly is lying. He talked about Brady all the time at work. I just want you to know. He seriously is a Brady bandwagoner.
I hated him until he definitely came to the Bucs, and I was like, you know what? This just seems like a beautiful thing. Right. Why the heck not?
There's another name that I know you wanted Costco brand Tiki to be on here, but there's another name that should be on here. That's Devin Hester.
Yeah.
The fact that Devin Hester did not get into the Hall of Fame this year is a crime. He is the best returner ever to be in the game, and he deserves the respect of being in the Hall of Fame.
He does. You're absolutely right.
Do you think the reason they didn't make him a Hall of Famer, say out of respectively and just for argument's sake, is because the Hall of Fame, Canton believes that they already have the best returner in Canton, in say a Deion Sanders or somebody like that? Are they trying to not overshadow a little bit of that? Maybe. What do you think?
Has Deion Sanders returned a touchdown and returned the opening kickoff in a Super Bowl back for a touchdown?
That was so beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful.
It was amazing.
Devin Hester, the fact that Rex Grossman then could do nothing with it.
Sexy Rexy.
If only there was a team after this that gave Rex Grossman the starting job. I wonder who did that.
Okay. Well, I don't know what happened to his camera, but we're here with the 4 of us here today.
What's going on, boys?
Let's go.
Sexy Rexy was great for us, all right?
Yeah, he wasn't bad for them, yeah.
He had some games. But look, to your point, I mean, absolutely, this list is absolutely amazing. Me, I'm like you. I'm a football buff, Colin, so my heart goes to the old Raiders. Cliff Branch, number 21. You should take the top off the defense. There was a point for a lot of us, where even a thought where this guy was the epitome of the deep ball. You hear the phrase, take the top off the defense. He was that guy. Al Davis, the late, great Al Davis, always got these fast wide receivers, and Cliff Branch was the epitome of it, and I'm so glad he's finally getting in now. A number of Super Bowls, a great wide receiver, and I'm glad he's getting in. Also, going to shout out Bryant Young, a force of that defensive line for the 49ers in that 94 Super Bowl where they crushed the Chargers. Leroy Butler, definitely. Sam Mills. And I want us to talk about this. Sam Mills, for a lot of you guys that don't know, Sam Mills was a part of the Dome Patrol of the Saints of the late 80s with Pat Swilling, Vaughn Johnson, Sam Mills, and Rick Jackson. Yeah. Saints. I forgot the South is in here. I forgot.
He played for the Saints and the Panthers as well.
Oh my god.
I accept Panther fans almost at this point before I'd ever accept the
Saints, right?
Like, what is he doing right now? We skipped him for a reason.
No, he balled out. He's one of those true great linebackers, but he was under 6 foot, and that was a huge detriment. Everybody always talked about his size, but he was so solid. And I'm actually up here looking at the screen right now, and they're talking about all these different Packers and all these different players, and they're doing a Lambeau leap. So yeah, go check the game out. But before you do that, come check us out.
Yeah,
check out the punters. Because the Jaguars punters on the thing.
Statistics.
To your point about Devin Hester, I think, and we've talked about this many times, I think it's very difficult for specialists to get in there.
Yeah.
We're talking about Ray Guy is, one of the only punters. There's not very many kickers in there.
Is one of the Anderson, Gary Anderson in it?
Jan Stenerud is in there.
Yeah.
I believe there's one other guy in there.
I think
Vinatieri will eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. A lot of people talk about, Vinatieri who retired a year ago. Like if he first ballot Hall of Famer,
Tucker will be there.
Yeah. This is interesting, but for specialists, it's very hard because I can tell you from Washington, Brian Mitchell. I know a lot of people that are not in Washington or NFC East. He was amazing, and actually, if you look at like all-time most yards, he's up there with the tops because all-purpose yards because he was so great. But
Morton Anderson, the other kicker.
Yeah, Morton Anderson, right? Yeah. But Mitchell wasn't flashy. And again, unless you knew the NFC East or knew the team, you really didn't know him because he wasn't dancing. He was in the same time as Dion. So everybody obviously focusing on that. So, but there's a number of guys that did not get in, and I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be
also, Mitchell is a bit overshadowed by Darrell Green because he was so soon recently with him, and Darrell Green was so good and so fast and for so long that he kind of overshadows what Mitchell did.
Oh yeah. So
thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.